Jnanam. The category Jnana is very wide and often misunderstood. Jnana is knowledge, Jnana is realization, Jnana also is recognition. How the Siddhantas depict Jnana, for this we have to consult the agamas like the Kamika agama or Devyamata, and consistently they portray two types of knowledge, and it is consistent with the Upanishadic paradigm where Vidya and Avidya or Paravidya and Aparavidya are explained. Paravidya relates to the absolute, the knowledge of as it is, and Apara relates to knowing how, knowing the world, knowing all that is under the domain of Maya, knowing what is limited, what is measured, what is metrified, what can be metrified. So, if the Paravidya, Jnana, is of the form of our Bodha to have a direct realization, Aparavidya relates to the sciences, the Vedas, and relates to knowing things. Traigunya Vishaya Veda Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna. Even in the Bhagavad Gita, the same categorization is maintained. So, one is the knowledge that we say Prakashaka, that reveals the Shiva nature. Another is the Vedya, the objects of cognition. And so this Aparavidya, which is also Avidya in some context, is about Pashu, the individuals under bondage, Pasha, the snares, and all the padarthas, the categories, and that allow us to recognize the entities that are finite, that are limited, that can be conceptualized, visualized, named, categorized, and this is the world. What underlies all these that can be categorized is the foundation, the basis, the pure being, Shiva. And so we need to recognize that the para and apara distinction is about the absolute Shiva knowledge and the knowledge of the world. In the Saiva categories, it is explained as Shuddha Vidya and Avidya. And sometimes, like in Shiva Sutra, when they say Jnanam Bandha, you can explain it as Ajnanam Bandha, because bondage is ignorance, but even knowledge. So what we mean by Jnana here is the Apara Vidya, the Apara form of knowledge that is within concept, that is framed. So then we can distinguish this Jnana in two forms. One we can call Paroksha and another Aparoksha. Paroksha is indirect, akshanat param. So that what is beyond, outside of the domain of the sensory faculties, that is para. And what is apara? Apara is aparoksha. Para is here, paravidya is similar to aparoksha, and aparavidya is similar to paroksha. So, what is aparoksha? Directly given. So, samvitti, self-awareness is aparoksha. All other forms of knowledge are paroksha. The easy description to understand paroksha would be any knowledge we gain through hetu, some signs, some indicators we have not directly encountered, or some realizations that come through words. Somebody says this is the case, you haven't seen it. You just believe in some words that someone said. So these are paroksha. There is no direct realization. So that is why this is called paroksha. So when we are able to distinguish between paroksha and aparoksha, meaning something that is directly given and that is not direct, the same way para and apara vidya, the realization or wisdom in the transcendent and the imminent form, and consciousness conditioned in objectified forms and the pure and pristine form of consciousness as it is. So these categorizations are necessary to understand what we mean by jnana.
For more free teachings from Acharya Sthaneshwar, visit www.vimashafoundation.org.